Hi guys, for anyone out there who has the Songbook Chordpro by Linksoft and they've got the VL3X stream by TC Helicon, you can hook up a preset via MIDI on the VL3X. That is extremely hard to do and there's not much information on it. You've got to search high and low. I've spent hours and hours, so I thought I'd do this video to let you know what works. Well, what worked for me anyway. So you start off with the interface there. Everyone knows what that is. That goes into your cable on your iPad. And I've got an old iPad. It doesn't even run modern programs. Of course, it's powered up. And that goes to the USB at the back. Now, there's two at the back. There's that small one. I think it's USB B or A or something. So that's the one you use. Now, I bought the MIDI, those two there, that goes into USB, and it just didn't work. I tried everything. It would not work. It didn't recognize the Helicon. That one there, I think that's for recording your shows or maybe backing music. I've never used it, but it didn't work with this either. So it's the little cord, the little USB one that actually worked. Yep, that's it there. And so that's connected up into your iPad. Now you also got to go into here and set this up. Now you've got to get the source as USB and not the MIDI source, and the input channels too. That's important on how you actually hook it up in the end. But before you do that, go down to this SysX. I have no idea what that is, but that has to be on 0. Found that out the hard way. Like I said, I spent hours and hours trying to work this out. Did lots of research and still didn't work, so I had to muck around with it. And this is what I found worked perfectly. So I chose channel 1. There's 16 channels there to choose, so knock yourself out which one you choose. So across to the old iPad, like I said, it's got an operating system 12 on it. So you go down to settings, you open the settings. Down the bottom, you have to enable MIDI. Now, the MIDI that's already in there is for a MIDI pedal. Don't worry about that, just leave that as it is, but just turn that button on. Now, this songbook works through command, through the song itself, so you've got to go through every song and do it. So here's what I did. So I clicked the MIDI box. Now, I was told to use this MIDI index one. And again, I spent a couple of hours and it just didn't work. I couldn't get it to work. So I went over to MIDI itself, did some more research, still didn't work, and I found a command that you use. Now, they told me to use SS, as in Song Select. Even Linksoft tell you to use Song Select. Song Select does not work. So the proper one is PC, and it has to be capitals. So I don't know what PC stands for. I'm not a MIDI expert, but in this case, it worked perfectly. Then I chose 22. Now, the song you want, it's one less. So if you want song 23, you've got to go 22. So here we go at the top. You see PC 22 :1. 1 is that channel. So yours might be :16 or whatever you want to put in there. So there we go. So when you see that it's 41 on there is what I wanted, but I chose 22 and it's 23. So here we go. I'll just change it back to where I want it. So I'll choose 40 here. And that should, and not only should, it does, correct what I want. It's a long process I'm going through. I've got about 400 songs, so I'm up to about song 40. But this is the only way I could find that it'll work. So there you go. Change to 41, and we chose 40. Don't worry about the 41 on the screen. I've just written that in case I have to do it manually without the MIDI. So it will remind me what it actually is. Hope this helps. Cheers, guys.